in the state towards this rally?
Okay, I think first we need to correct a little misconception. The reason for this crisis, or for the reason for the exhibition of high level of shenanigans by the government of the day, is not because they were not invited. It wasn't because of that. You know, initially they said that, oh, we were not invited, you cannot hold this rally. But when the Isere gave evidence that I reached the governor many times and I told him that I want to, and he was happy. All attempt to secure appointment with him, to explain to him about the modality for the defection, he didn't pick my call, he didn't respond. He wrote several text messages to him, he didn't respond. Later, he now had to write a letter to him. You know, a governor that believes in his party, APC, that wants his party to succeed, that wants defections, immediately Isere told him that he would have done everything possible immediately to receive him to his party. So the issue here right now is not the issue of he was not invited. The issue is the fact that the governor is felt threatened by the coming of Isere. He knows that with Isere met with Oshomole factor, met with Odubu factor, met with other strong factor in APC, his second-term ambition is almost like being at the burial stage. I want to take you back to history. In 2017, Comrade Adams Oshomole contested against Osareme Osumbo. He won at the tribunal. As a politician who believes in building, restructuring his party, who believes in people, he did everything possible to bring back Osumbo to the then ACN. In 2012, in 2011, he also contested against Ariavere and defeated Ariavere. As a man who believes in strengthening his party, who doesn't feel threatened by anybody, he did everything possible and brought Ariavere into his party. In 2016, Obaseki contested against Isere. He didn't do anything to bring him into his party. But meanwhile, National Chairman did everything possible right now to bring him into his party. For you to celebrate and appreciate the National Chairman for that factor, you are fighting him. The governor is on record that has never received anybody to his party since he became governor. He has not received one person from one ward.
What's the evidence from that? What's the evidence?
In case anybody can give me maybe one evidence of an event that was held to celebrate one person, or they can mention one name of a PDP person that defected to. Yesterday, I can tell you that 60% of members of PDP came into APC, and that's the plus for the party. But looking at the crisis proper, you know, I'm ashamed that this thing happened in Edo State. Never in history have I ever seen anybody who has shown high level of desperation towards election. Initially, he said I was not invited. When Isere gave evidence that he was actually invited, he was told he definitely don't want to be a part of it. They ceased. Later, they now said, okay, right now, what we are going to do, they started entering propaganda here and there that the rally cannot hold. And these guys were resolute to ensure that this rally held. What they did was to create an atmosphere of disorder, an atmosphere of insecurity to blackmail them. What happened? They went to airport because they know the national chairman will be coming, ministers will be coming, leaders. In fact, even the vice president was supposed to come. So they went to the airport to cause peace. I want to tell those people what happened. You know, 2 cars were burnt. Those 2 cars did not belong to anybody. They bought cars by themselves and burnt it.
Let
me substantiate that for you. Let me substantiate that.
If you have the receipt,
I want to substantiate. Okay. When they were bullying, you know, as a lawyer, we don't base our argument on conjectures or speculation. We base it on facts, actually physical facts that you can see. When they were burning those cars, did you see anybody shouting, "Please leave my car, don't burn my car"? Nobody. Did now have you seen?
They ran for their lives.
Have you seen anybody who has come? Have you seen anybody who has shown that my car was burned? Nobody has shown it. I am telling you right now that they bought 2 cars like their money, burn it to cause an impression that there is a problem in Edo State. Unfortunately, the IG is not here. So the IG got the report that Edo is burning. Edo is burning. The only thing he could do was, okay, let's cancel this rally. After they had, when they now realized that the other parties were still resolute to do it, they came out with a resolution that any school whose residents Jews will be closed, will be sanctioned. You know, we have seen rallies, even local government election was some years ago. They did rally in Garlic, so that is not undisputable that whether you use it is a private school, they have the right to use it whatever they want to use it for. So when they realized that despite the ban on rally on private schools, these guys were still resolute to ensure that they do it in Isere's house. What did they do? They say any private residence that is being used the C of O will be reduced. That is how people can abuse power in order to satisfy their ego. You know, I want to tell the governor, I want to tell him that when Oshomole was starting against godfatherism in Edo State, he fought against opposition through his man, through mobilizing people. He didn't have to kill anybody. He didn't have to mobilize talks to the street. He didn't have to embark on any illegal or irresponsible act to become a governor. But what we are seeing today is the fact that people want to cause disorderliness in Edo State. They want to cause chaos in Edo State just to create an impression that Oshomole is not in charge. I am happy. You know why I'm happy? I am happy that Oshomole of yesterday is no longer the Oshomole of today. If it was the Oshomole of yesterday, only God knows what would have happened in those days. What did he do? He stayed clear from the rally. He said, I will not participate because my presence in that rally alone can cause another tension. He stayed clear. Okay. So I am happy that the Oshomole of yesterday is not the Oshomole today. I'm also happy at the way Isere showed political maturity. Despite the intimidation, despite the threat, despite the blackmail, the man still stood to the podium and said, please, we need peace. I appreciate the governor. I love the governor. I want us to work together. These are people that are responsible. Okay. You still see a man like Dr. Pius Odubu, he still addresses his supporters to say, we need peace. But the governor is preaching violence and using the deputy governor as an
you can say that because you didn't hear the governor say that. As a matter of fact, for more records, the governor was not even in the country.
If there was time, I would have given you fact of
let me pause you there. Let me pause you there. I'll come to you. Roy, I'd like to get your perspectives. From a mega rally or a mega defection to a defection that took place on a private residence, was that event dwarfed in any way?
I am not here to celebrate the defection. I am particularly bothered by the state of the nation. Nigeria as a state, that's my interest. Edo State will be better, that's my interest. I will not be sitting down here and glorify a rally, which I know that you are entitled to do rally if you want to do it. As the governor of the state, the primary responsibility is to make sure that we are all safe. And the governor have information more than any of us here. When they have security report that there are intentions, people are already clamoring for violence. As I said, the only way, let us see how we can manage the situation. When my friend, the barrister, was talking, he had testified that he was also in the airport room, also part of the protest. You understand me? He testified because
he didn't say that.
I take exception to that.
He didn't say that.
No. You don't. I didn't say I was there. I am telling you the history of what happened.
He was relaying what happened. Right.
Yes, because he said when he saw the Bonica, look, he was not.
I live in airport road. I live in airport road. The OSM, the Upper Service Support Group, they barricaded me from passing to airport road.
Okay, maybe maybe as I thought you were going home, since you reside in airport.
I saw OSM member disturbing everybody.
You saw them where the person was crying that the car was wrong. I'm just quoting what you said.
Okay.
But we also know, no matter the level of blackmail, no matter to do that, then receiving somebody to a party does that will not call for celebration.
Okay.
You join a party, and when the security report indicates that, where you can always join this party, why the desperation? Why the shenanigans? Why the gimmicks? Respect, anybody can also be a governor tomorrow. The barrister here can also be a governor tomorrow. What does it take for?
Do you have a right? Do you have a right to join any political party of your choice at any time you decide? I
have a right, and the political party also have a right not to even receive you.
Absolutely.
We have seen that. Yes. It's because the process, our political development is we are still evolving.
Okay, I like that. I think you answered the question. Let me give him some time here. Yes.
You see, basically, Sonny, what's happening is that in politics it's normal for things like this to happen, but whereby thuggery, burning of vehicles, disturbing the public peace of the people in the state is what we frown at. You see, what is taking place is normal in politics. It's called class struggle. There's a struggle of class between two titans. The Oshomole factor is there, and the incumbent governor factor is there. The governor is doing 4 years. He wants to continue with another 4 years. He has a challenge with his principal, who brought him into governance, which we are all aware of. You know, there's an adage. It's so painful. I used to be a member of the APC, but I would liken it to an adage. I used to be, not anymore. I would liken it to an adage. The APC, they have all it takes. You have the national, you have the state, You have the House of Assembly 24/24. But you see, it's a function of greed. A dog had a piece of meat in his mouth. It was passing through a bridge, and he saw a shadow. And it was greedy, wanting to take the meat from the shadow. At the end of the day, the dog lost the meat
and lost his life.
And lost the shadow.
His life.
Lost the substance and lost the shadow. That is the challenge. You see, apart from these defections, from what I know, APC will still have series of challenges. They have 4 groups today in APC. There's the Shumole group, there's the EPM group, in as much as they say it is no longer in existence. There's the Iziamu group, there's the Obaseki group in APC as we speak today. And those people in politics is all about interest. So their interest now is they're not looking at the state interest. Governance has been taken to the back burner. And you now see all these ugly situations rearing its head up. How do we manage that situation? Remember here, we sat down some time ago when they told us that all these issues that are coming up are from the imagination of the press. Yeah. Both from the governor, Oshomole, both from the governor himself
but it's
and the
real
chairman.
Now. It's real.
Now,
it's visible to the
but now they've gone to Ring Road. Yeah. They've gone to Ring Road, sorry to say.
Yeah.
And they are washing their dirty parts.
In the public.
In the public.
Okay, let me proceed there. Yeah, Mr. Felix. What are your thoughts along the lines of when all of these will come to an end? And by the way, for our viewers and listeners, the studio line is 052-290-573. You can dial that number right away and be part of the conversation on Politics Today on independent television and radio. Mr. Felix.
Okay, I think before I answer your question, let me quickly respond to what my friend said.
Be quick about
the governor is working. The governor is working. He's not making noise. He's not. I think that is not true. He's only a man who has something to commission like commission. As far as I'm concerned, there's no road that the governor has constructed that deserves to be celebrated.
These are your personal opinion.
The facts are there,
so they are your
they are my opinion, yes. But they are based on facts and what all of us can say. The governor, the only thing we already know that the governor has done is that he has facilitated in the last count as of yesterday, we have counted 82 MOU that he has signed. None of them has. Legele is a very good example. So the after he has worked, that one is, should be taken.
Did you listen to the first segment of this program?
Yes, I listened to it very well. Okay. So the MOU is only what we can say that this is what the governor has achieved in his 3 years in office. But to answer your question, if I tell you that this crisis will end or they can settle, it's impossible. Because the governor, and maybe it may not be the governor, but people will be able to advise him to fight, and he has gone beyond the way he would have fought. When he went to Iyomo to meet the national chairman, he said there was no problem. But when he came back, he went to inaugurate the house, excluding the majority of them. When our Reverend Oba of Benin went to Abuja to go and beg the president to intervene, when the president, before he came back, the governor sacked the commissioner lawyer to the national chairman. So when he recently went, celebrated the governor in his birthday, he said that, oh, I'll go and make peace. But when he came back, he declared war. So the aspect of the thing will be reconciled. I don't think that will be possible. Because what I've seen is the fact that the only way this crisis can end right now is for the governor to just humble himself, respect himself, and leave the party. Because what he has done right now, he should leave because what he has done right now, a governor that knows that I want to contest under this party will not continue to intimidate, will not continue to harass members of his party.
But when you say that, it's like you're intimidating the government.
I'm not intimidating, they are based on fact.
Yeah.
But for you to mobilize, I'm talking, for you to mobilize talks to the airport, when you know the national chairman of the party is coming, national executive committee, they are coming, leaders of the party are coming. You want to go intimidate them, not to allow them.
The national chairman has not accused the governor of doing that.
He has not accused. I'm telling you what happened. We all saw protest at the airport. Okay. Are you telling me that people who invited national chairman for rally are the one who went to airport to go and start protesting against the arrival? So the only thing right now is for the governor to humble himself.
Okay, let's take our call. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Bishop, please go ahead and be real quick. Bishop is calling us from Sabongida Ora. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Now, somebody once said that Nigeria is now operating one party system. With what is happening in those states, I believe in that statement now. That those states especially want to practice one party system. And that is not also well for us. Isere Yamu, I have that for him. Okay, the APC is having some problem. Why not Isere Yamu remain in PDP? make sure that he reinforces PDP. Under PDP, he now comes out as governor of the state. Why did the threat from PDP to now APC? Does it mean that PDP is no longer a formidable force to reckon with in a state? As far as I'm concerned, there was no need for Isere to move down to APC at this particular point in time.
But is his right, isn't it? Is his right, Bishop Bishop? He has his right. He has the right to move. It's enshrined in the Constitution. What do you think?
It is right.
Okay.
I'm talking of, it would have been better for him to remain in PDP and show that he solidified PDP.
Okay.
And then build that party very well.
Okay. All right, Bishop Bishop. Thank you. Thank you for your views and thoughts that you just shared with us. Our studio line is still open. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning, caller. What's your name?
Yeah, good morning. My name is Prince.
Where's Prince calling us from?
I'm calling from Medical Benin.
Go ahead, Prince.
First of all, I think you are giving Barrister more time to talk than any other.
Can you just go straight to the point? This is where the challenge is. The point that you just raised. Now hold on. The point that you just raised now is not true. If you go to our record, I will play back for you this conversation. You see that allegation that you just made